Hey, it's me, Rykor. Today we're going to have a look at the Contorted Realm Peaks of Time event. Now, this event is slightly more challenging than the previous Peaks of Time, and I would highly recommend that you have a couple of level 240 damage dealers, such as in my case, or you have a very strong level 220 team. Now, how do you make a team that is strong enough in order to be able to conquer some of these extremely difficult enemies? I would highly recommend a strong support. In my case, I'm using a Silas who can provide a significant amount of healing and immunities for my team. And I have got two control-based heroes being Pharrell and Odin, who can either A, remove the enemy's energy or keep them stunned for an extended duration of time. Now, this event needs to be followed in a specific way, as the platforms on which you stand disappear once you've passed them. This is represented by the plus sign over the hexagon shape. In addition, there are little pressure plates that you can stand on. And essentially what these pressure plates are is they will remember the last point where you have teleported. So if you use a teleporter, it will bring you back to this specific pressure plate. So if you step on the wrong pressure plate, it might teleport you to a screen or platform where you have no way of getting onto the next area of the map. So once we begin, essentially just move down in a zigzag pattern by starting off by going in this downward direction as I'm showing here in the video. And as you work your way through the bottom part of the map, then you slowly start moving yourself into a second layer, third layer, and finally the fourth layer where all of the most difficult enemies and rewards are located. Now, as you can see here, I'm making use of using a full Graveborn team, as this significantly improves my faction bonus and gives me a lot of hit points and attack rating from the benefit of the full faction bonus. Now, I'd highly recommend having either a very strong damage dealer or a very powerful healer. So in my case, I'm using a combination of two very strong damage dealers, being Damon, my most highly invested hero, and Shimira, who's one of the mercenaries that I'm using, as Shimira's damage can hit the entire enemy team, and Damon can also do a similar thing where he can deal damage to the entire team by himself. Now, in addition to this, both of my frontline heroes can heal themselves. So Shimira can heal herself through her abilities, and Damon can create a shield and steal the enemy's health for his own. Now, the backline heroes that I have provide a significant amount of support for my frontline so they can easily survive. Now, if you try and do this on slightly lower levels, you might find yourself that you might struggle with the chief enemies, as some of these earlier enemies, these common enemies and elite enemies, will be easy and be relatively unchallenging for your team. However, as soon as you get to the chief enemies, in some cases they might be double to even triple your power, and this might greatly affect the outcome of the battle, as sometimes either you can't deal enough damage, as one of the chief enemies has a Lucius and two Numisu heroes, which can provide a significant amount of healing and shields for the teammates. And if you can't either control or out damage these enemies, then they'll overtake your damage and slowly start one-shotting each of your heroes. Now, as you can see, once you go to the next platform, the tiles behind it disappear. So it's best to keep on moving in this zigzag pattern that I am showing. And you'll have to step on very specific pressure plates in order to be teleported to the correct locations.